suppose if you have any page, right? So you can divide your page into multiple objects. So we say one page is equal to one object. That means let's talk about this one, demo one. So in demo, when I'm opening this page, right? So whatever thing is needed for us, for example, this login functionality, right? So I can say this is login page, right? Or maybe we can say home page, blank home page. Here it is saying blank bank home page. So this is bank home page, right? So the page name will be bank home page. Let me just create the name. So I can say instead of bank, maybe I will just say login home page. So I will create login home page dot Java. And this is one class. In this class, we will have four things. One is user ID, then we have password, and then we have login button, then we have a reset button, right? So whatever web element is used or that you are going to use, you can mention here. This is one object, login homepage object, and in this object we have these things available. Now once we will click login, then we are into bank manager homepage. So I can say manager homepage, right? So I'll say manager home page, right? Or maybe dashboard. So dashboard page or manager homepage, which is fine. Manager homepage dot Java. In this page, what all things is useful. So here we can see we have these all links, right? And then we have here logout button, right? So as per the when we are designing page object model, we note down all the things. So for example, here we have link, right? So this is, I can say, new customer link, right? Similarly, we have edit customer link, then we have delete customer link. So we have all link only available, right? New account link and so on, right? Now once I will click on new customer, right? Just remove this ad. Yeah. So now once I will click on new customer, so I can say now this is new customer home page, right? Or new customer page. So the next page object will be new customer page dot Java. In this file, what we will have? We have customer name, we have gender, we have date of birth, we have address, and so on, right? We can mention all these things. Similarly, I'll go with other link also. That means we are just simplifying the things, right? That we will have one whatever page we can see, we can put all the related things in that page. Now the benefit will be that, let's say in later, right, one requirement will came that okay, let's add one more field after gender, right? Maybe hobbies, just add hobbies just after gender. So development team added hobbies after this. So what you have to do, you have to also modify your script, right? Now the problem is how you will modify that. Yeah. So how you will modify your script? You have to go and see line by line, right? Okay, this code is for login page. Now after that, login success. Then I'll click on okay, so failed. Then again I am doing the same thing. And after that we are, I don't know what is this, right? Because this thing you will never be able to understand why we have used it. So this is where we are clicking on the tab then we are reaching into customer page, and then you have here name, and this is basically gender. So next script you have to write after this, that means at line number 60 or 61, here you have to write about hobbies. So suppose in any project we will have lots of pages available, right? So it is very difficult to go through the script and then see that. So there might be 10,000 lines of code. So how you will do this, right? It will be difficult, at least for those people who has not worked on this one. Suppose if you have written this code, then you can able to understand this. But somebody who has not worked on, then that will be difficult for them. And so now new framework came into picture, that is called page object model. So it is saying convert everything into page object, and this is a basically design pattern. So implements design pattern. So basically once you will go through, the same thing is explaining here. Yeah. So this is our login page, and then we are using this thing, and similarly we have home page, then we have one main test class where we will use this thing. And yeah, so this is a little bit about this one page object. Rest we can create it and then we'll see. So let's close this, and I'll just create another package, and inside that package we will write here main script, right? Main script run. This is one main class which will invoke other classes, and then I'll write here package name form page object model framework. Let's click finish. In this form framework, this will be our entry point, which we will see later. Before that, let's create class files. So first class file will be this one, login home page. Just click this one. So I have created login home page. Similarly, I'll create another class, and this class will be manager home page. Then we will have another class, new customer home page. Right now in the login home page, right, what we can see that we have few fields available, that is user ID, password, and then login and reset button. So for that we have to mention here. How you will mention? We can simply write here, will not use public static. No, we will not use public static. Public static we will use in main script. You can see this one, from where we invoke, we will call these all other pages. So in this type of page, this will be kind of our only thing related to the login page, nothing extra thing. Yeah? So whatever thing is available in login page, that thing only will be available in that page, only this thing. That's why this is called object, right? Even if you want, you can add object keyword, login home page object, manager home page object, right? New customer page object, but that's fine, it's up to you, right? And then you have to mention here the what we say, the elements, right? So these all are web elements. So username, this is web element, password, this is web element. So how you will write here, you have to write public web element, and then I'll say user name. Import this web element. Now only one thing that you have, this is the syntax that you can write, public web element username, because this is a web element. This username or user ID, basically we should write directly user ID. So user ID is basically a web element, right? In this user ID we have type equal to UID. So I'll write simple user ID instead of username, user ID. Yeah. Now how this one will locate to the particular element, we have to tell, right? That okay, now you can use by name or by ID or by XPath, right? These things we have to tell. And for that we have here in page object @find by. So we have one method available @find by, and then here you can see we have class name, CSS, ID, name, and all things. So I'll use name equal to, and then we will put whatever name available. So here name is equal to UID. So now find by name equal to UID. This is the things that you have to do for each field. Let me just copy it and then paste it again. Now what is our next field? Password. So I'll write here password, and then we'll go here and see for the password field, right? What is the locator available? So here also name equal to password. If you want, we can go and extract the XPath, copy it, and then we'll write here instead of name, what we will do, we will write here XPath equal to this thing, which is fine. Now the benefit here is you don't need to write all those things, right? If you will see in basic one, to find one element we have to write driver dot find element, and inside then we have to pass by dot name, and then we are doing send keys, which we will do, but this thing you have to write always. So instead of writing these all things, we can make it simple. Find by UID, find by XPath, or whatever thing you will write. So two things, this should match exactly with your actual web element. And then we have for login, we can say login button. So I'll just copy paste the same thing. Login button, and we have reset button. I'll say login btn or maybe button. This name we can put anything. Reset button. But here we have to write. Right? So for example, for login, I have name equal to btn. So I'll just copy this thing. Name equal to btn, and then for the password, we have btn reset. Sorry, for the reset button. So this way I have included all the 4 things related to login homepage. Now one more thing we have to do here is you have to create one constructor. Constructor is similar to the home page, right? So a method you have to create public with the same name of your class. Copy it and paste it. And inside this you have to pass WebDriver object. So I'll write WebDriver, and then let's import this. So I have included WebDriver, and then we have one thing which will initialize these all things, these all elements, that is called page factory. So we have page factory dot init element, initialize element. So you can use anything, and then I'll say first one is that we have to pass driver, and second one is we can pass this class name. So you can maybe remember this thing, because always you have to include this thing only. WebDriver you will pass here, and then this means that this class name we are passing here. So by writing this thing, you are now completed one page object. And so similar to this one, we will copy this thing and we'll go in manager homepage. We will paste it. The only thing that we have to change is this one. Rest other thing will be same, right? So we have included one manager factory, right? I mean factory, page factory, you have to include this in all the pages, all the page object. Just change this actual name with this, and after that you can add your elements, right? Here we can add web elements, right? Now in the main script we can see how we will use it. So once we will go in main script, first thing that we have to include here is this line, right? This is important, and then we can create object. Even I can copy till here. Yeah. Let's copy this thing. So in the first line, what we are doing, we are importing the web driver, that is Chrome driver object, and then we are creating here Chrome driver. Manage, we have given some timeout, then we have maximized the window, and then we have opened the URL. Now once we open the URL, after that what we have to do is we'll create actually object of login homepage. So I'll say login homepage, and then login page object equal to new login page, and then we will pass this web driver. Whatever driver we have created, we have to pass here, and then you can simply write login page dot whatever button we have. So first one is user ID, right? So login page dot user ID dot send keys, and here I'll simply write mgr123. Now next thing we will say login page object dot password dot send keys, and here I'll say mgr23, and then we have login page dot login button dot click, and then login page dot reset button. So reset button is not needed right now, since this is not in our test case. So we have used these three things. Let's try to run it. We'll see whether it is working or not. Yes, you can see we are able to input username, password, and then clicked on that, right? So if you will see, if you will compare this script, right, with one more thing we can do, we can put these all things, right, these all things in one more class, and then we can simply import that. Then also it should work. Usually what we do, we write minimal code. So I can say here I'll create one class base class or base driver. Okay, so I have just created one class base driver, and in this class what I will do, I will put this down, these all required thing that will be used by all other classes. I can put it here, but the thing is it will not directly work. So what we will do, inside a static I have given these things, and only one thing we can do, is, let's create public static this thing driver. Now in main page, right, what we have to do, we can simply extend it, extend base driver. Whenever you will do this, it will automatically call these all things. I mean, driver and other stuff will be available by default, so we don't need to worry. Now let's directly run it. So core Java related things we have to use here. Let's see. Yes, you can see it's working fine. The thing is, what I have done here in main script, I have extended the base driver. So now I don't need to write that unnecessary code every time, right? Or maybe we can say these required code every time. We have kept it in one place, and then wherever I will need, I will just extend that class. So here, once I extend, then first whatever thing available in base class will execute, and then it will come into this, come into here. And this driver is available in base driver. So now if you will see here, we have these all things in pure Java form, right? We have object, homepage object, we are doing this thing. Similarly, now after login page, right, what we have to do next is we have to once we are logged in, then we can go into manager homepage. And in this manager homepage, what all things we have available? So we have available web element, public web element, and then our first thing is new customer link. So I can say new customer link, right? Or if you want, you can include link word or not, that's okay. Then for this, what we have to do, we have to write @find by, and inside this we have to use link text. Okay, so I will use link text, and link text is, if you will go after login, we have this one, new customer, right? So maybe what I can do, I can use link text new customer. It should exactly match with this one. So better I can inspect, and then from here I'll just copy it. So this is new customer, and replace it. Now I have just included one field. Similar to that, we can include other fields, or let me include one more, right? Add account. So I can say the next field is that I want is a new account, right? So for that I'll write new account. We can also use XPath. So I'll say new account link. Everything is same, right? Now what we'll have to do, we will go in main page after login, right? Once we will complete the login thing, then here we can check if I mean, whatever thing we were doing in the first one, a script, we can maybe copy that. So after login, right? Here we are doing, right? If password, yeah. So after login, we can simply check dashboard, right? If this is equal to dashboard, then do this thing, else do this thing. So for that, we'll copy, go here and then paste it in main page. So I'll just write a string dashboard page title. If this is equal to, I mean, after login, we are checking if it is equal to manager homepage, then we can say login success, else login failed. Now after that, what we can do, we can call manager homepage. So if you will see this script, now after that we are clicking on the new customer link. So we cannot directly click from here, but what we have to do, we have to create object of manager homepage. So I'll write manager homepage, and then I'll say manager homepage object. Any name you can write, equal to new manager homepage. Click enter. Now here I'll say manager MANA homepage dot new customer link dot click. So instead of exposing XPath or actual thing, you have to simply call the class, create the object of that class, and call the particular variable from that. So now I want to call new customer, and then I have clicked on it. That's it. After clicking on it, we just need to check again. So we'll go here. So once we have clicked on it, we can simply check if it is equal to this or not. If yes, then do this thing, something like this. Yeah. Even we can also write this thing, checking related things, right? We can create one what we say method, and then we can check whether it is equal to this or not, right?